but you gotta go.
Holla.
Equity is cool and all, and it sounds good on the note section of a Monday show. Well, speak for yourself. But the fact of the matter is, it's not a what have you done for me league. It is a what have you done for me lately league. And the operative word in the NFL there is lately. Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time. We know he's the greatest coach of all time, but is he the greatest coach in 2021? He wasn't the greatest coach in 2020. So it doesn't matter necessarily how great you are all time. How great are you right here, right now? I'll personalize it, then I'll pass the baton. Just out of this now, not even in the notes. Mac Brown, one of the greatest college football coaches ever. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame, currently coaching in North Carolina. He recruited me to Texas. We were at Texas. 10 consecutive 10-win seasons.
10 consecutive
10 straight Mac had. 10 straight.
Mac.
Texas goes 9-4. One game away from winning the Big 12, and Mac Brown gets fired. Equity is nice and all, and it's real good on a Hallmark card. But equity means nothing in the game of football.
Strong. You a little emotional. Mac Brown came in your living room, went in there and talked to you. You go, oh, man, you go to Texas. Respect to you, brother. Okay. There's this much pressure on Bill Belichick. Actually, I wanted to go absolute like you do and say no, but I was like, I'm not going to be hot take. There's this much pressure, and it's self-induced pressure because they went on a spending spree. That's the only reason why there's some pressure on this team, because in perception, most people think if you spend that much money, which they did, they spent $288.5 million this offseason. Both totals led the NFL. Okay. So now people say you got to get what you pay for, right? If you go on a shopping spree, you say, Sale, I'm about to hit Rodeo, all these streets. I'm like, all right, holler when you're done, because I ain't going shopping. And then you come back, and I was like, what you get? And you look a mess? I'm like, dog, what you spend your money on? You look a mess. So they can't look a mess, even though there are some parts of this team that still have question marks. Do they have the best quarterback room in their division? Maybe the worst quarterback room in their division. You got a rookie and you got a struggling Cam Newton of last year, according to Acho. So now let's talk about our favorite word, equity. I'm going to give you another word that maybe gives a better understanding of this moment. Entitlement or equal. Let's use them all. Equity, entitlement, equal. E. Let's go there, Acho, because you want to say that there's no equity in the NFL. Yes, there is. You're looking at a guy who benefited from equity. 0 sacks my first year, had equity. Why? I was a second-round choice. 3.5 sacks my second year. Oh, well, he's going to get there. And he's improving. 5 sacks my third year. Oh, he's really improving. 10.5 my fourth year. Damn it, that equity paid off. We stuck with him. If I was high-priced from hello, 0, 3, get out of here. 5, he got to go, even though he's improving. Now, let's talk about me coming down the hill. 13, equity, we already paid him, and he's good. 6, equity. Now entitlement. And then the last one, 3, still there. With 3 sacks, how? Equity, brother, it exists in NFL. So on my first lap, I'm going to talk about the equity as I did. My second lap, going to get a little more into the entitlement and, more importantly, equal, or there is no equal. Got to bring in Fox NFL analyst Bucky Brooks. So, Bucky, is there pressure on Bill Belichick to make the playoffs this season?
Absolutely, there's pressure. Pressure comes when you've set high standards. They set high standards in New England. They win Super Bowls like no one has ever done it before them. When I think about Bill Belichick, who may go down, who should go down as arguably the best coach in NFL history, he absolutely has pressure on him. When you are a guy who's had the level of success that they've had, when you don't go to the playoffs, people begin to look around, particularly when Tom Brady leaves and he goes to Tampa and win a Super Bowl. Now there's a little more of a question. Is it Tom Brady or is it Bill Belichick? Can he win without Tom Brady? Are we really sure that Tom Brady wasn't the magic elixir that allowed them to have this kind of success? So, yeah, the pressure is building on Bill Belichick to show and prove to the football world that he is what we think he is, and that is the greatest coach in NFL history.
Bucky, you brought up a point that I hadn't dove into yet, but we should go there.
Let's go.
Even if it's not pressure from the likes of Marcellus Wiley or from the likes of Robert Kraft, it'll be pressure from himself, and that may be enough. Bill Belichick is pushing 70 years old, about to be 70, 71, something along those lines. He's used to winning at a high clip. When he no longer wins, he's going to start looking at himself like, why am I still doing this, and do I still got the juice? So Phil Jackson got to be the greatest basketball coach of the recent era. He wins 6 with the Bulls, then year off, shortened year. Then he goes and wins 3 with the Lakers. Then he backdoors and wins another 2 with the Lakers. But then 1 year goes in and They get swept in the first round by the Dallas Mavericks in 2011, and Phil Jackson, who has just as much equity, probably internally along with some external factors, is like, you know what? Maybe I'm done here, because what am I still doing this for? Bill Belichick is the greatest football coach of all time. We don't even have to argue like some might try to debate Phil Jackson. But even Bill Belichick, the great Bill Belichick, if he doesn't make the playoffs again, after winning 6 or so, however many Super Bowls, he might even look in the mirror and say, you know what? These seasons are long. These off seasons are longer. What am I still doing this for? Bill Belichick has put pressure upon himself, even if we don't put it on him.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of pressure on him. I think Bill Belichick certainly understands that everyone is looking at him with that raised eyebrow. Hey, we thought it was you, but maybe it is time. I sat here on this show and talked about Tom Brady being done. He's a has-been. He's washed up. He goes to Tampa Bay with the same cast of characters that Jameis Winston had. He leads them to the promised land. So now my eyes go back to Bill Belichick, and I'm wondering, hey, the evil empire that ran off the 6 Super Bowls, I thought that maybe Tom Brady was the system quarterback, but maybe the system is Tom Brady. So Bill Belichick still has to prove to the outside world, hey, the system is really the reason behind our success, not just the fact that maybe I had the greatest quarterback of all time playing for 20 years, and maybe that's why we won so many Super Bowls.
Man, y'all better stop. Bill Belichick has not missed the playoffs in back-to-back years since 1993. Well, y'all, Acho, how old were you then? Exactly. Only once in the previous 10 years has the team that led the league in total free agency spending made the playoffs in the following season. I'm about to run this down to y'all. There's 2 things why there's that much pressure. And I'm going to go with the one that is giving them pressure. It's the spending. If he didn't have the headlines this offseason of the spending, Bill Belichick would be like, man, y'all better count my rings and shut up. But he can't, because he went out there and hit Rodeo with Acho. Now everybody like, you can't come out the house looking a mess if you spent that much damn money. So let's talk about this, and give me a little time, producers, on this one. Let's recap free agency spending and how it materializes. Top 3 teams in total spending last year missed the playoffs in 2020. Let's go to number 1 in total spending, missed the playoffs in 2019. Number 1 in total spending, missed the playoffs in 2018. 2 of the top 3 missed the playoffs in 2017. Number 1 missed it in 2016. Top 5, all 5 of them missed it in 2015. I told you I needed time. Number 1 in total spending missed it in 2014. Number 1 missed it in 2013. Number 1 missed it in 2012. And top 5 missed it in 2011. You can't buy your way into the playoffs, homeboy. But Bill Belichick gave himself that headline, that narrative. That's the only amount of pressure. Bob Kraft ain't getting rid of Bill Belichick, because Bob Kraft is as faithful as a man who knows his options. And what are his options?
Bob Kraft faithful?
Well, you man, don't do that. Okay.
You're faithful as a man.
Hey, well, he's single right now, kind of. Let me go. Let's talk this. You are as faithful as your options. Boy, I love me some Acho. And you look at this. Okay, Acho, tell me how faithful you're going to be to Bill Belichick when you realize there is not another coach in the NFL that has 2 rings. Not another coach. So Bill Belichick sitting up there with 6 of them bad boys. And then you say, okay, let me go get the second best coach. Who is it? Bruce Arians. Well, he just got his 1 just now. No, go get Pete Carroll. Oh, he just got 1. No, go get John Gruden. No, he just got 1. No, go get John Harper. No, he just got 1. Go get Mike McCarthy. No, he got 1. Let's go get Sean Payton. No, he got 1. Let's go get Andy Reid. No, he got 1. Let's go get Mike Tyler. No, he got 1. These dudes, you can make a sorry statement. It's a weak statement, but you can say they lucked up and got 1. You can add that entire list up, and it still doesn't add up to Bill Belichick damn near. Man, Bob Kraft sitting there like, what y'all talking about in pressure? It could go 10 more years, and this dude doesn't win another ring. He won 6 in like 3 days. So there is no competition, as Rakim once said. So that's why the Patriots will be faithful to Bill Belichick. Coming up, Chris Paul and the Suns are in a must-win mode. We'll tell you if CP3's legacy has taken a hit in the